one day you wake up and feel that there is a tightness and pain in the neck, upper back, and shoulder region, and you cannot turn your head to the side, that's probably because of a stiff neck. Now, stiff neck usually happens in the morning because of an awkward sleeping position, but there could also be other causes such as a sudden impact on your neck, or it could also be because of your neck is in an abnormal position for a long period of time. So in this video, I would like to share with you some pressure points that are really good to relieve the tension on your neck and relieve the stiff neck in a matter of minutes. So the first pressure point that I would like to share with you is called the stiff neck pressure point. And let me show you how to locate it. So these two are the knuckles, second and third knuckles. We're gonna put our thumb in between these knuckles and we're gonna push it towards about 1/4 inch towards the wrist. And there's a hollow point right here, and that is the point. So what we're gonna do is, if our pain is on the left side, we're gonna put it in our left hand. If our pain is on the right side, then we're gonna be pressing the right hand. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna press firmly and do circle rotations. But at the same time, we're gonna be turning our head. So for example, we're gonna be turning left and right. So make sure we do this gently and slowly. At the beginning, the range of motion might not be a lot, but as you slowly press and turn, you can increase the range of motion slowly. So after doing about turning left and right for about a minute, we can do up and downs. So up, down. Again, this could be due for about a minute. And lastly, we could do about sideways. And we can do this for about a minute as well. So the second pressure point is called the wind pool. And here, let me show you how to locate it. So this is the trapezius muscle. And you see that in the outer edge, there's a hollow point right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our thumb and then slide it up. And this point is hollow. This is the wind pool. So what we can do is we can press about 5 seconds and then release. Press 5 seconds and then release. Or alternatively, what we could do is we can press in and then gently do circles. And because this point is really sensitive, so make sure we do it gently. And if you're doing it by yourself, what we could do is we could put our 4 fingers on top of your head for support, and then this point, using your thumb. So this is the wind pool. Okay. So the third pressure point, or the pressure points that we're going to be talking about, is along the trapezius muscle. So what we could do is, because usually in stiff neck, the whole trapezius muscle is really tight. So what we could do is we could either press down, we can find spots that are tight, we could press down, or we could do circle rotations, or alternatively, we can do a method that's called plucking. So it's like plucking a guitar. So we can press, and then we can pluck it outwards, press, pluck it outwards. If you feel that there's a knot, that is what we could do. And if you're doing it by yourself, we could use these 3 fingers right here. Yes, and then we could press down, do circle rotation, and we're gonna pluck it outwards. Yes. Very good. Okay, now the fourth pressure point that we're gonna be talking about is called the shoulder well. The shoulder well is located between the base of the neck, and the shoulder joint, so it's right here. And usually this whole piece of upper trapezius muscle is really tight as well. So what we could do is, if someone's helping you, you could use a thumb and then slowly press down, hold it for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then release. And we can do it along this whole piece of muscle right here. And if you're doing it by yourself, what you could do is you can use the opposite hand and then use our middle finger and then press and then release. Press and then release. So just to make sure, as you've seen in my previous videos, that this pressure point could actually induce labor. So people who are pregnant have to be really cautious and try to avoid this pressure point. So the fifth pressure point is called the celestial gathering, and it is in the shoulder blade area. So as you see in the diagram, this is the shoulder blade, and there is a bone right here. So between this bone and the lowest part of the shoulder blade about 1/3. So this point is called the celestial gathering. And this point is really good for not only for stiff neck, but for shoulder pain. What we're gonna do is, this is sensitive as well. So what we do is we gently press and then do rotations. Now this point is a little bit harder if you're doing it by yourself, but if people who are more flexible, you could try to do, okay, you're not bad. So what you could do is you could press with the opposite hand on top of your shoulder and then press this point. So there are actually multiple points on your shoulder blades that are tight, so you can press the whole area as well. So the last pressure points is actually in the Levator Scapulae muscle. This muscle is really important in terms of stiff neck because usually people having stiff neck, this muscle is really tight and tense. So that piece of muscle is located between the upper inner part of your scapula and all the way to your neck. So this is the muscle. So what we could do is along this muscle, we could find points that are really tense and we can press and do circles. Alternatively, what we could do is we could roll. So it's sort of like the plucking technique that we did earlier. And if you're doing it by yourself, you can use the opposite hand. And again, press and then 2 circles. So these are the 6 pressure points for stiff neck. So just a reminder, whenever we're doing massage, make sure that our thumb is not flat like this, because when we do like this and press, all the force is being exerted in this joint, which is no good. So we should have an angle, and now we're not gonna be hurting our joint. So these are the very important pressure points that are really effective for stiff neck. So if you would like to learn more about other treatment methods or how to prevent having a stiff neck in the first place, I'm gonna put an article link in the description below. So next week, I'm gonna be sharing with you some stretches that are really effective as well for stiff neck. Thanks for watching today. If you have any questions, leave in the comment section below. Stay healthy and I will see you in the next video.